Hey, what's up everybody? Now when I'm pulling a vacuum, I have a ton of hoses, fittings, different equipment to pull a vacuum. If you're an HVAC tech, I hope you guys are at least doing a vacuum on all your systems, but how do I haul all those hoses in an efficient, easy way? Let me show you something real quick. We got a new product from Veto. Hola, bienvenidos. What's going on, everybody? Today I have the brand new hose hauler from Veto Pro Pack. So if you guys are interested in what you can carry in it, what you can use it for, it's essentially multi-use type of bag, but it's geared towards like HVAC techs that do vacuum setups. So it's a hose hauler. So you're gonna haul your hoses, fittings, core removal tools, anything that you take with you when you're gonna pull a vacuum on a system. All right guys, so I'm gonna quickly go over the features of it, all the stuff inside, what we're gonna carry. It's my vacuum setup hose, my loadout for vacuums, and all that good stuff. So this pouch right out here is really cool for just a catch-all little bag. So what I like to carry is extension cords, a cheater cord, even though you're not supposed to, anything like that, electrical, like I said, extension cords, plugs, things like that. That's what I carry in this outside pouch. It's a nice big pouch right there. There's nothing else going on out here, nothing going on the back. And then you got these little loops right here. I attached a magnet just because of how it stores away my van really nicely, and it can just, like when I set it in on the shelf, it just clicks into place and it won't fly off the shelf. So let's get into the bag now. We got a whole bunch of fittings. So what's really cool is on this one, you have this big pouch up here, right? And all this material right here is gonna be oil, water, stain resistant. Basically, you can wipe it clean if you get oil or anything in your like your hoses and stuff. When you put them away, this will stay clean. It's not fabric, it's actually a resistant material. So we have one big pouch where if you needed to store something larger, that's a Velcro divider right there. So what I like to carry is right here. I got some core valve removal tools, which I will be adding to this collection very soon, but I got the Appion ones that have been really good to me. So I got a pair of those, and right now I'm going to be trying out the JB version that has this nice little lever and then a slip or slide valve to where you can open and close it and isolate your micron gauge. I think that's really cool, really neat. We'll try that out this week. On the other side, I have a Y in case I need it. You can run two hoses through one port if needed, or one anything. And then I have these depressors. So these are also from Appion. The thing with these is on core max fittings, stuff like that, where you cannot remove a Schrader, or even if you want to put these on your hoses or probes, you totally can. You screw this on. As long as this is out, it will not depress or let out any freon, any refrigerant. You're gonna, once you have it all set in place, you're gonna screw this down, and that's what pushes the pin down to push the Schrader and depress it. So these are really cool if you don't want to have any sort of refrigerant loss, because nothing is depressed when you connect these until you screw these down. So I think these are really cool. I have several of these. I have like 3 or 4 of them. And that's basically it for that side. I have a little fitting that goes with my field piece pump. It's just a cap, nothing special. On this side, we have our hose setup, our micron gauge, everything else that you would ever need for a vacuum. So we're gonna have some 3/8 hoses, right? And I like to use these hangers. These are also from Appion. They're a metal now, right? They used to be plastic. I've broken the plastic ones before, but really cool. As you can see, everything's nice and organized. It's not gonna fly out at you, get all mixed up or whatnot. So they got those. They also have these that are 1/4" hangers, and that's what I use for these 1/4" 3/8 hoses, 1/4" fittings on the 3/8 hose. Those are these are both, I think, the same 3/8 to 1/4" fitting on these, and they're all 3/8. And then you got your big boy, your big blue, true blue hose. If you want the quickest vacuum, the only thing is I did break this side. I had to buy new coupling, but I mean, it works, right? It's not, I guess it is flexible, but sometimes I prefer just to use the 3/8 hoses. But if I really need it, I got that big blue hose right there. And then what's cool here is you can see that it's like stuck there on the panel. This is a nice separate carrying pouch that you can take with you, remove whatever you need to do. I'll show you some more stuff that they have. There's dividers that I can put it back in there, but I took them out. So this little pouch is where I keep my micron gauge. And right now I'm using a field piece MG44. So it's been good to me. I've had good luck with it. And that is there with the coupler. I've got a filter dryer for my recovery machine. Then I got an adapter for my Hvacr vacuum pump because it does take Makita batteries. So this is a Makita to Milwaukee adapter. If I ever forget to charge the battery, I can get a Milwaukee battery and hook it up to my Hvacr pump. So this is really cool, right? You just have that there and you have all your hoses wrapped around. Even if you don't have the hangers, you know, wrap the hoses around it. It's nicely stored. And if you don't want to use these pouches, or if you have something that you want to put in here and you need more fittings, let's say you need service boards, extra shaders, whatever it is that you want to keep divided. You also have these that came off. So I took these off because I wasn't going to use them anymore. So they Velcro right on, and you can divide your sections over here. In case you want these little corners to be divided. So at the beginning, what I had done is I had it like this. I had my dividers and I had like the core removal tools there. So if you have a bunch of fittings and stuff like that, this will keep it nice and organized, but I decided to utilize the pouches instead. And then I took these out so I could fit essentially more hoses in there, especially the big blue one. So I can kind of have more, you know, more space in there for them to be wound up and without having it bulge out or anything too much. And I've been loving this. So I'll show you right now. I've been using that out in the field, set up. It's really easy, really cool. It has a nice beefy handle right here, so it's easy to take down and carry with you if you're going, like I'm not usually going far with it, but if you also want to use a shoulder strap, you totally can. That would probably make it the easiest way to carry it. So you have these D-rings on the sides, right? And you can put a shoulder strap on it, and that way you can carry it on the job site. Relatively easy, but this little form factor, you know, sits on the shelf. It's super thin and doesn't take up much space, but I got my whole vacuum setup in there. Obviously minus the vacuum pump or the recovery machine, but I grabbed those and I grabbed this and we're good to go. guys, this hose hauler is amazing. It's a thin profile, it's a little tall, but it's a lot better than whatever you're using. I don't even know what you guys are using for your vacuum setup. So super simple. You can carry extra stuff on the front pouch. Lots of storage in here for fittings. I don't have an extensive vacuum kit, but I have a lot of fittings, core remover tools, core depressors for like the Core Max stuff. And then I was using a Milwaukee bag before, but like there was so much dead space in it. This is very compact and it can hold a lot. I have like 4 hoses in here and a whole bunch of fittings, so really awesome. And just super easy to store. I mean, you're gonna be able to put that in a lot of different places and it's tucked away. All right, and there is the hose hauler. I've been using it for a while. I got to test it out. I really do enjoy it for a lot of the calls that we have to open up the system, take a vacuum, all that setup. This is just something super convenient, super easy to store, in my opinion, in your bag, because before I was using a Milwaukee pack out tool bag that was kind of wide and tall. And there was a lot of dead space in there because I wasn't needing all that. I just needed the hoses, you know, extension cords, fittings, stuff like that. This can carry everything except the machines, but you know, take it to the job site, you're have everything in one trip, you're good to go. So if you guys, or hopefully you enjoyed, if you found it useful, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. If you're interested in this, go check out vetopropack.com, and I'll see you guys.